What's happening? This your man, Chris Watts, baby. Off top, you already know we got to give God the glory. You know I got to recognize my beautiful queen, Allie, and my three beautiful girls, Antoinette, and Elise, and Alexia. So let's get to this word today. I'm reminded of the story of Joshua, particularly Joshua, the 24th chapter, right? And the Bible says that Joshua gathered all of the elders, all of the congregation together. And he began to remind them of everything that God had done for them, all of the miraculous signs that God had shown them as they was leaving Egypt, going to the promised land. He began to remind them how God had caused them to cross over into the promised land. But through everything that God had shown them, through every sign and through every manifestation, they still had a problem with foreign gods. They still had a problem with fully committing to God. They still had a problem giving God an unqualified yes. And he told them this thing. He said, this day, choose ye whom you gonna serve. Are you gonna serve the God at whom you seen that brought you out? Or you gonna continue to serve the foreign gods that you've been serving? He said, this day you need to choose. Before we go any further, this day you choose. Before we take any next step or conquer any more territory, choose who it is you're gonna obey, who it is you're gonna follow, and who it is you're gonna fully submit yourself to. What am I saying? This is your prophetic word for the day, and you better listen to me good. God is no longer giving you signs, but he is now giving you an ultimatum. I'm going to say it again. God is no longer giving you signs or manifestations. He's now giving you an ultimatum. What do I mean? For some of you, God has sent you and have shown you numerous signs about what it is he wants you to do. He has given you many manifestations about the next step. And you know what it is God has called you to do. You know what it is he has put it within your heart to do. But for some reason, you are allowing people or other things to be your God. You are giving in to opinions of other people. You are giving in to fear, doubt, unbelief. You are giving in to your circumstances. Some of you are even giving into relationships. Some of you are giving in to comfort. And you are submitting yourself to those things and those people more than you are willing to submit yourself to God. And God is telling you today, this day, choose who you gonna serve. Are you gonna serve that comfortable place? Oh, you living good, baby. You don't got no problems. God, I don't want to step out and do that. Are you gonna continue to serve fear? But Lord, I'm scared. I don't know. Are you gonna continue to serve doubt and unbelief? What if it don't work? Are you gonna continue to serve the opinions of other people? What they gonna say about me? Are you willing to serve your stubborn perspective? I'm just ain't gonna do it because I don't. This day, God is saying it's time for you to choose who you gonna serve. He's no longer giving you signs. You got all the signs you need that God is telling you to move forward. You're gonna have all the manifestations you need for that God is telling you it's time to move forward and press into the higher calling. But for some reason, we still being lackadaisical and not moving up. How long you gonna pray and cry about a move that God has already told you to make? Who am I talking to? How long are you gonna cry and pray about a move that God has already made clear and the path he has already made clear for you to walk in? God is no longer giving you signs, but he is now giving you an ultimatum. You know God has told you to write that book. You know he has told you to write that CD. You know he has told you to start that business, start that daycare, start that beauty salon. You know he has called you to leave that job you in, get out of that comfort so he can take you into what's greater. You know he has called you to start that ministry. You know he has called you to start doing your own events. You know he has called you to be that entrepreneur. You know he has called you to step out. But for some reason, we're refusing to do it. God, just give me one more sign. Should I be doing this? Oh, God, I just need... Oh, and we quick to use confirmation as an excuse for laziness and doubt. Who am I talking to? Oh, God, I just need one more confirmation. God said, I'm no longer giving you signs or confirmation. I didn't give you plenty of it. I'm now giving you an ultimatum. This day, just as Joshua told the congregation, choose ye this day whom you gonna serve. Whose path you gonna follow? You gonna follow your own? Or you gonna follow the Most High? I'm reminded of when the children of Israel, God was calling them to leave Egypt to go into the promised land that came before an obstacle. And they began to cry out before God. And God said, and I done shared this before, he said, why are you crying out to me? He say, move forward. And you know what a lot of you look like to God right now? You know I got to do my props. You know I got to get animated. This is what a lot of you look like to God each and every day. God, give me one more sign. You crying for another confirmation. You crying for another miracle. You crying for another sign. And God says, I have placed the miracle within you. That just bless somebody. But this is what a lot of you look like when you steady cry out to God. God, I need one more sign, God. You got the pacifier in your mouth, and you still crying out to God about things he has already told you to do complete, and the movie has already told you to make. I am helping somebody right now. This is what a lot of us look like to God. One more confirmation, God. I don't know if I should leave him. I don't know if I should leave her. I don't know if I should leave my job. God, I don't know if you told me to start. God saying, take that pacifier out your mouth and quit crying out to me. I done gave you sign after sign, confirmation after confirmation. What else do I need to give you before you make the move I done already told you to make? I know I am blessing somebody right now. Your prophetic word for the day. God is no longer giving you signs or confirmations, but he's now giving you an ultimatum. This day, today, choose who you gonna follow. And now as I'm talking about this, I remember I was in that position once. And I was in a position to where God didn't give me many signs and many confirmations. He gave me about one or two. And after that first or second one, it was over with. He forced the change. You don't want to get in a position where God got to force you to do what he had called you to do. Because it hurts even more then. And when God forces you, it's not like he give you detailed directions and how he's going to go about forcing you to make the move. He just do it. He just dropped the hammer on you out of nowhere. You get fired. Out of nowhere, that person leave you. Out of nowhere, this, that, and the third happens. And you want like, what do I do now? And I'm here to tell you, God is no longer giving you a sign of confirmation. He's now giving you the ultimatum. He done giving you every sign of confirmation you need to do what it is he has called you to do. And I just want to encourage you today, king and queens, let's make that step. I've been there before. I'm preaching to myself. That's why I can give this word with as much passion as I do. Let's make that step forward. I promise you, you will not regret it, and you will be happy than you did, and you will find up telling yourself, man, I should have made this move 5 years ago. I should have made this move 5 months ago when God told me to make it. And you'll begin to experience the things that God has for you, which is only at the next level, but you got to leave where you at right now. I hope you've been blessed by this prophetic word for the day. You know, we say this isn't the beginning. This is forever. Together is now and never. Dream big, work hard, and live easy. And always remember that God is everything. Peace.